to a very special edition of the Average Joe. Wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Now, today I'm going to teach you how to make my favorite meal. Well, it's one of my favorite meals because this is the first time I've ever done it. Because we're going to see if actually the old man can actually make something out of this. Okay, so what we're going to do is I created my own special, let me put some more light on here, made my own special seasoning salt, traditional rub salt, that has about 1/3 cup of garlic powder, like this, pepper, like this, 1/3 cup of pepper, and a cup of iodized salt. And then you mix it all together with one of the special ingredients, crushed oregano. Now, usually when you're doing a rub, you have to get down and get dirty and just rub that whole entire meat all over the place. It's like giving somebody a back massage when it's not a back that you're actually rubbing down. So as you continue on, you finish rubbing it all up, make it nice. You want to make sure to do it on the back side as well. The reason being because most of the time you get a big old slab of fat. That's what this white stuff is right here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that white stuff and you just want to lather on that rub. The reason why is because it sucks in all the flavors and all the deliciousness. So that way, if you plan on creating a gravy of some sort, and you have it, fat itself, from what I've heard from all those famous individuals who do cooking shows, is that you go ahead and it traps in all the flavors, and then it also, more importantly, keeps the meat moist. And so, because fat burns away with heat. That's why everybody says that when you work out, you want to be hot and sweaty. At least that's what something tells me. What we're doing is we're going to go ahead and take this and we're going to go with every single end and we're going to do what is called searing. Okay. Now, for all of you out there that don't know what searing means, it means to enclose or to cook a certain section of the meat. Doesn't mean that you're cooking it all the way. I learned that yesterday because my wife is so wonderful. She corrected me on what was the proper way of using searing, or the proper word usage. So hopefully I don't get burned. Now, as I was saying, you want to just go ahead and hear that sizzling. If it's not sizzling, then you're not doing a good job. So you want to make sure to get that nice and sizzled. Make that good sound. Now, usually somebody would tell you, you know, in the middle of a cooking show, that because it's so boring in the middle part when you're trying to do this, they would tell you some sort of story about how they impressed someone, or how my grandkids are cuter than your grandkids, blah, blah, blah. I don't have any of those type of stories because I'm not that famous. Now I'm just going to lay that straight on its back. That meat straight on its back, and we're going to let that sizzle for a little bit. Sizzle and fester. Step back out because we want to make sure our hands are as clean as possible. Okay. So now we're going to move our rubbing board over to the sink. Now, one of the things that I did earlier is I went ahead and I chopped up these onions. Now, the reason why we chop up the onions is very simple. Let's just add a little bit more oil there because it seems to be going a little slow for us. And it being Mother's Day and all, we all know how we need to kind of speed things up so that way Mommy does not come out and take over the kitchen, you know what I mean? Anyway, as you can see, Gotta just move this around a little bit. Right there. Now, as I said, searing, what it does as well is it traps the juices inside, but likewise creates this really nice sauce. Now,